your background, how you got to slide, your inspiration, and speak up, please, for the people at home.
Hi, people at home. I started Slide
Uh-huh.
almost 2.5 years ago now,
Right.
and before then, I did nothing for about a year.
Mm-hmm.
Before then, I started and was Chief Technology Officer at a company called PayPal.
We know of that.
Yep.
Sold to eBay.
Sold to eBay. Before then, I went to college. Before then, I was born in Ukraine.
I see. PayPal threw off a lot of people. The YouTube guys, right? Were they there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
PayPal
YouTube
Mafia
guys
is
were there,
well
and
documented.
everybody, lots of people from everywhere.
Yep.
So what was the impetus to do it? You're working at PayPal, big score, sold to eBay, very quick turnaround kind of thing. No, well, not that car.
4
No,
years.
yeah, 4 years.
And then 4 years.
And then payment system for the internet. Were you interested in that, or did you?
PayPal?
Yeah, I mean, what was the?
Yeah. So my concentration in college graduated in computer science, but I was really interested in security.
Mm-hmm.
And part of what I wanted to do after I left school was to build secure systems
Mm-hmm.
for the real world as opposed
Right.
to academia. So cryptography and things like that are
Uh-huh.
sort of my passion and my interest, but securing financial transactions is kind of a natural next step if you want to actually change the real world immediately.
Right.
So that's how PayPal was born.
I see. So you took a year off, and then why did this occur to you? Because first you started as a website, a destination website, correct?
First we started as a desktop application.
Desktop
actually.
application.
So Slide has always been this. It's always been driven by pretty much a single vision, but the manifestation has changed
Mm-hmm.
and evolved a lot.
Right.
Inspiration for Slide was actually noticing that people consume information and share it in sometimes very inefficient ways. It's really
Right.
hard to find things.
Right.
And it's really, sorry. Thank you.
Max gets his coffee.
This is
Excellent.
Full service. This is the first
I like
time,
it.
First time ever.
Ever
I've
happened?
gotten
Oh, come on.
Honestly.
Pretend it's the dream. Pretend it's the dream for the people.
Thank you, Tim.
They think.
Is that for
How's
you?
your assistant? They'll be bringing the chauffeured limousine up soon.
Right.
So,
Right.
so the idea was that it was too hard to move this stuff around, the content around.
Exactly. And it's really one of these sort of vague realizations where you sort of look at your girlfriend, she's shopping online, and you're like, this should come to you, not you go to that.
Right.
Like these sort of things.
Right.
That's really where it
The
all
whole
started.
destination orientation.
Well, there was a lot of, one of the slightly later wrinkles, and what I was thinking about is there all this traffic, all these people, all this looking around, all this browsing
Uh-huh.
that already happens in a lot of places.
Uh-huh.
There's all this content that doesn't live there, and it
Mhm.
really wants to. Like, when
Mhm.
I'm hanging out on MySpace or on Facebook, shouldn't I also be exposed to some really cool, interesting things like shopping or movies or music? And at the time, there was really not very much of that going on. And
Right.
that's really where Slide started evolving into the widget company that we
Mhm.
are today, where
Mhm.
I basically realized that social platforms like MySpace and Blogger and all these places, they're really cool, but they're primarily designed for one thing, very basic human-to-human communication. And
Right.
blogging is basically broadcasting, and
Mhm.
social networking in its original incarnation is really just person-to-person, hi, I'm here.
So people have to have something to do while they're there.
Precisely.
Or going to a party, have nothing to do.
It's like building a giant mall and getting all these people to come, so they're handing out flyers, everybody shows up, and there are no stores.
Mhm.
They're just a big room of people. And actually, for a while, it's very exciting because, like, wow, all these cool new people, I can hang out with them and
Mhm.
maybe even tell stories about myself. But then after a while, like, well, the party's over and lights come on, and you're
And what
like,
do you
"Oh,
wanna do?"
What do you want to do? And so, what we started doing is sort of the widget phenomena, as it's been described. We are we are the largest store in
Mhm.
these new malls.
Mhm.
We show up and we set up this big shop, and it says Creative Communications. And from that point on, it's not just going to be about talking to each other. It's going to be about super poking or about sharing slideshows.
Mhm.
We basically take your content and your stories, things that you have to share with your friends, and help you package it in a way that's really interesting. It's almost like this combination of super modern, we sell beautiful TV monitors that go into every room and show exciting shows
Mhm.
with Hallmark, because inside is actually something that you've written or some photo that you
Right.
posted.
So what was the first thing that you did? You did the slideshow first, correct?
Mhm.
That was the
Correct.
first application. That's just to load your pictures in and present them to people.
Yep.
And you initially how are you going to distribute it? What was the?
So we really built it essentially as a test of
Right.
this concept, and it stemmed from a desktop product too. So we built this desktop product, and we're sort of trying to help people share
But you have to
content.
get the desktop product to
To get
people, the
desktop
big
product.
problem.
So we built a demo that ran on our site. People come to it like, that's a really beautiful looking slideshow. How'd you guys do this? And I'm like, well, built it. It's a demo. Download the real thing and you'll really like it. And
Right.
they're like, well, I don't want to download the real thing. What I want to do is take this and put it on my blog.
Right.
Like, well, no. What you want to do is download it. And like, no. What we want to do is we want to take this and put it on our blog.
Right.
So after a little haggling with ourselves, like, well, what the hell?
Listen to the customers.
Listen to the customers. Oddly enough,
Always.
the way PayPal became PayPal is we had this idea of let's transfer money with Palm Pilots, because that's what I wanted to do when I was in college. And one day the customer said, what we want to do is transfer the money on eBay.
Right.
And so that's how things went there. Same exact story here. People keep on telling us, you know what, we just want to take this slideshow widget, and that's actually the first time I heard the word widget. Somebody sent an email saying, it's a really cool widget you got there. How do I get one? And so what we did is we took the widget and made it available, and
then looked for
basically-
the distribution platforms where they're most available.
Well, and we did nothing.
Right.
We just put it out there and said, look, here's the easiest way to do this. You take the embed tag, and
Right.
like, oh, will anybody really understand this stuff? And so, sure enough, people just loved it, and
Right.
it was really.
Now, what are the top ones that now you moved from slideshows, top friends? You're like you're the bomb on
We
Facebook.
are the widget kings. or
Widget
the-
kings.
the
How do you feel about that?
application Facebook kings.
Yeah.
We feel very good about that. I think it's generally very
All right, I'm
good.
gonna ask you about widgets in just one sec. So you have let's see, which are the top ones? It's top friends.
It's top.
You don't do that dumb zombie one, do you?
No.
Oh, thank God, because I'd have to hit you with this camera.